Can't tell if it's recording. Can't see the bloody screen. It's too early for this. Okay, so I did some yard work the other day and I wanted to show you all, but I don't have any like before the makeover started photos to show you, so I can only tell you to use your imagination. Right, now imagine that the entire garden kind of looks like that, right? Barren and flat and hard as rock, right? A couple of little burnt up weeds growing out of it, but that's about your lot, right? Now imagine that's all we got to deal with. Now, apart from these two trees, I've kind of started building planters around the trees. See there? And I've broken up all this dirt around the trees and outlined a path and started building a nice wall there and put some flagstones down, and this whole area I'm planning to build flagstones, put them down, fill the gaps with gravel and stuff. Plan on making this wall a little bit higher, but other than that, I done a load of work the other day, and I'm really proud of that. And I thought I'd share that with you because you know, I then threw my back out Monday and doing that, pickaxing all that hard ass dirt up, and it was really it's like, you know, because people didn't see what it was like before. You know, you post pictures online and say, yeah, I did this, you know, I'm so proud, and they're like, what did you do? It still looks like shit. Well, I know it still looks like shit, it's not finished yet. Oh dear, there's a dead birdie. That's not cool. It's always a bit depressing. So yeah, of course the garden looks like shit. You know, we haven't planted any plants yet, and it's not green and thriving. You know, I'm still building the wall, but at least there's a wall now. There wasn't a wall before. You know, and you know, I'm trying my hardest. I'm the only bloody one doing the work. You know, it's more than a one-man job. But what I kind of want is something like that, but not as contrasty between the dark grey stones and the red flagstones. But that looks really cool, doesn't it? I want the garden to kind of look like these guys have got, but that's taken them a lot of work, you know. And hats off to them, it looks fucking beautiful, right? But I can't do it all on my own. I've been trying. God knows I've been trying. You know, and trying to get the materials for free. You know, no one in the immediate neighbourhood's really giving this stuff away. You know, and that's kind of what I need, because I don't drive. I can't drive. You know, he'll let me drive. Guy who's like darn near blind and easily distracted by just about anything. You know, can't see the car in front, but oh look, there was a shiny thing. Yeah, that's a recipe for disaster right there, isn't it? No, don't let me drive. God forbid anyone lets me get a driving license. No. On the other hand, you know, Craigslist is amazing for finding, you know, bricks and flagstones and shit. People are just like, oh shit, I got too many, I just give them away, right? Free shit on Craigslist, yes please. I call up people and leave messages on their phones, and I email people, and they're all like, did I type in the email address wrong, or the telephone number, and get someone, or because they never get back to me, and it's like, what? Is it because I sound like a kid? Is it because my email address says, "Hi, my name's Gaz," and they're like, "What's a Gaz? Must be a fake name." Or like, "Oh, he's British." Yes, we don't want to give our stuff away to the redcoats. No, we threw all your tea in the harbour for a reason, you Philistine, or something, right? Whatever, you know. I'm over here and I'm working manual backbreaking labour for free. This is another pretty garden I like. And there's a pretty kitty. Hey, pretty kitty. There's a pretty garden I like, right? You know, the plants we planted in the bed in front of the house, well, the garden gets baked in the sunlight, right? Like every morning, like where the sunlight comes over the house, and it pretty much stays on the garden the entire time. At no point, apart from like maybe 6:30, there is a shadow cast by the house. The rest of the day, just sunlight, nothing but sunlight. Down this road, there's plenty of sunlight, but they manage to get things to grow. And if they grow, they don't get sunbaked and go like crispy critters. So I'm like, how do they do that? What's your secret to keeping all the leaves from frying, right? These plants seem to be doing well. So what plants are they using? I don't know enough about the Californian fauna, flora to pick out like, oh right, that is a blah 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 plant and that will survive. This is a blah 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 plant and it will fry, you know. This plant's here, you know, they're all doing well, so why do my plants die the minute the sun hits them? Oh my God, it burns! You know, I don't get it. I wish I knew, you know. The rose bush is getting strangled by some sort of Queen of the Nile plant thing. It's like a root plant that it grows through the dirt sideways, and it's strangled the root of the rose bush. So now a rose bush is dying because the Queen of the Nile is committing harikiri or something. That's not nice. But the Queen of the Nile plant's done fucking well for itself. It's been there 25 years. It's taken over most of the front thing, for Christ's sake. Right. I don't know what it's called. They call it Queen of the Nile or something. It's probably called something else. I don't know, I'll have to look it up. But yeah, all the yard work I have to do, you know, and I don't even know. Like, it's kind of like those buggers over there. They kind of look like that, but mine's flatter. But they do well in this environment, and I need plants like that, but I need some sort of expertise on that. Because I planted some daffodils, because like yellow's my favourite colour, so I was like, oh yeah, I had nice bright yellow daffodils. Well, you can plant them in England. They love England. Looking rain, clouds, a little bit of sun, rain, clouds, a little bit of sun. Okay. No. Can't plant them over here. They sit there, they go, yay, I'm a pretty yellow flower. Oh God, sunlight! You know, we don't get enough rain here. That's the thing. We need plants that can sort of sustain themselves for long periods without needing watering. Like low maintenance, low water. You know, low water would be good because you don't want to waste money setting up the sprinkler system and having a timer and pouring all that water down the drain, right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe just maybe break apart the Queen of the Nile thing and plant it about the place, and then let that take up the garden. You know, use what we got, but You know, I don't want to plant anything between the Queen and the Nile plant that's going to get strangulated by the roots. But then that'd take probably 20 years to do anyway. I don't know anything. Well, there's a train. I don't know if it's my train. Hope that ain't my train, otherwise I'm screwed. I'm never going to make that in time. Right, I've got to jump over this fence now, and that's enough of me rambling for one morning. Thanks for listening. I'm Gaz, and that's the train.